So, I didn't know we were starting it. I got a car recently. I'm free. I'm no longer bound by the laws of walking.
Free. Now you're confined to that ball and chain you drag everywhere.
Well, no. It's like this ancient truck that I need to fix before I get it inspected again.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like a 97.
What'd you get it for?
Well, I was gonna say it's also
Nothing.
a financial ball and chain. But
It wasn't. It's nothing. I pay nothing for it because it was sitting in my grandparents' like backyard for years.
So literally nothing. Yeah.
Literally nothing. I paid
but how much do you think it's gonna cost to fix it up?
Nothing, because my family graciously financed it for me. So all I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
So here's the downside though. My family's very transactional, so now I owe them in labor. So anytime I have a day off, they're like, "Hey, can you come help us?" I was like, "Oh, no."
And you got to cover insurance and gas. And
insurance.
That's the biggest thing with cars, dude. Insurance, man, that's killer. It's so.
No, I've a few times. Like
expensive.
I rent when I need to travel, typically, and a few times I've seen like lease deals or something that are like $100 a month, and I was like, that's not that different from what I'm paying for rentals. I could own a car for $100 a month or something, but then I remember like insurance is another $100 probably.
Nah, my insurance is.
I'm right.
My insurance is like $44 a month right now because I have like bare bones insurance because I really don't need to cover that car. If it gets totaled, it gets totaled. Like,
yeah, I would not be able to get by with bare bones insurance in Pittsburgh.
It ain't worth much. It's a piece of junk.
My odds of an accident would be like nearly 100% if I was driving regularly in the city.
In the process of fixing it up, I think honestly it was probably $500, $600 in parts to fix it because it wasn't really.
That's not bad, man.
Broken.
Like, if you get
it was mostly
working car for under $1,000. You know?
Yeah, it was mostly like precautionary fixes because everything else ran. Like it got new hoses, new battery, just a new brake caliper because it fell apart in my hands. That was fun. I'm like, that's not supposed to fall out, is it?
Feeling real safe driving that one, huh, Mike?
Yeah, no, the other brake caliper was fine.
Be safe.
No, it's a brand new brake caliper on the side that fell apart. So rusted,
it's just funny, like
popped out a rivet.
It's funny how car prices have gone up. Like obviously there's inflation and everything. But my first car, my family got me in like 2013, something like that, for $1,500.
Oh my god!
And that was like, it was like an old beater Jetta, but that was like not an exceptionally low price.
I remember that Jetta, right? Was like, that was the one you drove in college.
We rode
to Pittsburgh in that thing, right?
Yeah, and it didn't have working AC.
Mine doesn't either. And, mine also doesn't have a working blower motor yet because if I turn it on, it screams. So if I turn on my heat, it screams.
But that Jetta was reliable. That Jetta never broke down on me once. It never had any issues other than the AC going out. And I think one time one of the window motors died. But like no critical functions failing. And you're not going to be able to buy a car today for that will meet those needs for like less than $5,000. Like,
so the minor bugbears I have is it's a car from 1997. So it doesn't have auto windows. Doesn't have any of the quality of life you get in a car past the 2000s. So no key fob.
This is a hot take. Automatic windows are a scam.
Yeah,
I like a crank window. It's
the crank window. No AC.
I mean, yeah.
Well, it has AC.
The convenience is
need
like
to pay a lot of money to fix it.
The blinker lighting up when someone's like in your blind spot, and like the camera, you don't get those. But
I don't have a backup camera. I don't know.
People were fine back in the day.
I don't know
the
if
aftermarket Temu backup camera. You gonna toss that on there?
I might. I don't know if my blinker is not supposed to click, but that might just be something wrong with it. Not sure. Like it lights up on the dash. It just doesn't have a noise. Like I can still see that my blinker's on. It just doesn't have that little ticking noise. So I don't know if that's broken.
If it doesn't have the noise, like does it actually blink though? Like
it does
on the exterior of the car.
Okay,
then
my blinkers work.
Fine, right?
It just doesn't tick. So I just have to look down at my dash.
Does it have a working radio?
Blinkers
That's
on.
pre-Bluetooth, obviously. Do you have like one of those cassette player things?
Like when my grandfather owned it, like 5, 6, maybe a decade ago, he put a new radio in it, so it has an aux port.
Oh my god,
that's great.
Bluetooth.
So it's nice. It's better than my Jetta was.
Yeah, it has a CD player, but and also an aux port in it. So I have like this contraption of a cheap aux cord plugged into an adapter that I plug into my phone to play music.
Is it a stick
And the
shift?
front speakers are dead. No, it's a full automatic.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's not a stick shift.
1997. Guys, that was 28 years ago.
Yeah, a
Crazy.
truck that's almost as old as I am. But it
Over
goes.
a quarter century old.
Yeah.
I've been having a lot of fun driving irresponsibly around back roads going home at night.
Oh gosh.
I don't. It's not irresponsibly. It's under the speed limit, but it feels irresponsible at 3 a.m. But
Well, I think as long as you mentioned you were going to get it
because of the
inspected.
drinking.
Yeah, no, I was coming back from work usually, but no, I got it.
Road beer.
I'm gonna go on a booze cruise. I haven't yet, but I probably never will. But no, I took it to get inspected today, and the only thing wrong with it is I need to tighten a bolt and grease up some wheel pivots in the front. That's it. So that's literally it. Could have failed on way more. Honestly,
just take a wrench to it, tighten a couple things, slap it.
Yeah,
and
it'll be
go,
fine.
Right?
Slap it back to their place, and they'll slap a new sticker on it. Because right now the sticker was dead in 2021.
Baby purr. Oh my god.
So by the grace of brand new
you gotta
plates,
catch up on taxes. You gotta catch up. Yeah,
I've already done all that work. That was when the title was transferred over and everything. I've been driving it around with a clearly, obviously dead sticker, but since it's a new title, I'm within that grace period of getting it inspected before the cops can legally charge me for it. So
right.
It's road.
It's pretty rare that you get pulled over for it anyway.
Right.
I drove on a dead sticker for like 2 years.
Yeah,
and,
they're not going to care.
I was just too lazy to go get an inspection. Especially during COVID, they really stopped pulling people over for it. I think they picked back up a little bit, but
yeah, I doubt. I haven't been caught. I haven't been caught yet. That sounds like I'm doing something illegal. But
if you drive up here, Pennsylvania's a lot. It is literally illegal, Mike.
It is illegal.
Well, I guess
yes,
not
it is
because you're
illegal.
in the grace
Well,
period.
it's not. I'm in the grace period, but
yeah.
the worst they'll do is probably tell
be.
me they'll probably be like, get it inspected, and they'll hand me a fix-it ticket, and then the next time it'll be like, here's your fine for X amount of money. But I plan to take it up and get that thing. I'll go to my grandparents, get it fixed at his garage.
Have you had your license this whole time?
Yeah, I got my license during the breakup. Like I think during the maybe before I went on hiatus, somewhere in there.
Right.
I don't remember. I remember getting it,
relatively recently.
Yeah, I've been remarkably calm driving in Morgantown though. It's
Morgantown's not too bad.
It sucks right now because it's summer and I don't have AC. And my road is currently under heavy construction, so I sat in traffic for 25 minutes today.
I was going to say it's going to suck a lot more when the students show up.
So bad. They're already
clogging up those roads.
They're already here.
Miserable.
Traffic was literally backed down all the way to my apartment complex, and I live all the way down that road.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was atrocious. I'm glad I was gonna go up the other way, but I was like, nah, I'll go up the main way. I don't want to go the back way. I should have.
I remember those
should have went up the stupid back way. No, it's been nice. It's been nice to just like get out and go somewhere. You know how many times I've gone to Wendy's in the last 2 days because I can?
It is nice, especially in like Morgantown, right? Because Morgantown is not very walkable at all.
No.
Yeah,
Even in the most walkable parts of Morgantown, you need a car to go get groceries.
Yeah,
in my experience. Unless you live in like towers, you could and if you live in towers, you can't cook.
Own a cart.
So
I think
really just
no
groceries.
The most walkable I was living right next to the stadium and those apartments there, because that was maybe a 5-10 minute walk from the nearest Kroger's, and I just put on a backpack, walk to Kroger's, stick my groceries in the backpack, and walk back up the hill. It was simple.
I lived on a road called Mason Street when I was in Morgantown, and I really liked it other than the neighbors, and it was really cheap. But I could walk to class. I could walk to basically everything I needed to do to live. And I theoretically could have walked to Kroger. It was only on the other side of the hill. It was just so horrifically unsafe that I ended up driving.
It was an easy walk
do that,
from where did I live? I don't remember what street I lived on. It was right next to the stadium though. I'm blanking.
Yeah, I know where you're talking about.
That is a good
like
place to live in
Aerostar
terms of walkability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it also was close to the
PRT
McDonald's
and everything.
Yeah, PRT was close too, relatively close. It was a little further than.
God, is that thing still running?
Yeah, it's better now.
Apparently.
Apparently, Edgar was telling me they have like screens up telling you when the next
No
Oh,
way.
that's
cars are gonna
crazy.
go where. Yeah,
I-
it seems
Good on-
much
good on
better.
Back
them.
in our day, it was just chaos. That car would pull up, and you just have to follow the herd.
Now that I'm more like
Just hope
public
it doesn't
transit-
break down mid-transit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I
you
know
how
the
many times
PRT
I
is a
got
little
towed?
bit ass, but now that I'm public transit pilled, I do have like more respect for the PRT. If it would have been maintained, I think it would actually be really good.
it
It's
was-
just that like it's
And
like
they never
everything else
caught
in this country.
One caught fire, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
One got hit by a boulder.
I mean, no one
remember that.
was ever like grievously injured by the PRT.
No.
as far as I know. So
I think when the boulder
that's a
hit
win,
car,
right?
yes.
Oh.
When there was like that
I
cave,
heard
there
that
was. Yeah, there was like.
okay,
you
well
know
that wasn't the
that's-
PRT's fault.
Yeah, you know that
Yeah.
space down Beechhurst where that cliff is. A rock came down and like smashed a PRT car.
Hmm.
So
One time
crazy.
I accidentally was the reason the PRT was disabled for like 15 minutes because I was like really jammed onto a car, and I did not realize my backpack, one of the clips had gotten closed in the door, and it wouldn't
Oh
move.
my
Ah.
god!
And like
the
the
stupid
lights just
door.
turned off. We had no idea why. They didn't tell us the door didn't shut or anything, so I didn't know it had happened, and it looked like the door had shut. And
yeah.
we were waiting there in the heat for like 20 minutes or something.
My
until
favorite
a guy
favorite
came
thing
and,
about
like, pulled my backpack.
my favorite thing about PRT cars is like, please don't hold the doors, and people will still hold the doors and break the whole
Yeah.
system. Inevitably,
Oh, yeah.
I think 90%
Also,
of
for the people
breakdowns of
listening to this
PRT
who
Oh yeah, the PRT
did
stands
not
for
go to
Personal
West
Rapid
Virginia
Transit.
University,
And
yeah,
there's
it was a little tram car that students at West Virginia University used to get around the campus.
It was
Because-
the future of transportation 40
in
years
this-
ago.
Yeah, 40 years ago. But it's the only
and
reason
they never built another one.
The only reason West Virginia University has one is because all three, due to the way Morgantown is and how it's like in the middle of West Virginia and there's not a lot of good land to build on, our campus is split into like three separate but same campuses across the entire town.
Yeah,
And
very
you cannot
distributed.
walk between them. You have the campus downtown,
No,
the campus on Evansdale, which is
And then the
I want to
hospital.
say maybe a mile from downtown straight.
It's far, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a straight walk.
Straight
a mile.
uphill.
Yeah, straight uphill.
yeah.
And then you have the medical campus, which is maybe half a mile from Evansdale and about a mile from downtown as well. Also uphill.
No, and if we're getting into it, the PRT was actually like it was a very innovative thing, and I think there's an airport somewhere that has one very
I think
similar.
London.
But
Oh,
they
really?
thought they were going to build these things everywhere. They thought it was like this is the solution to public transit in America. It's rubber tire,
And
a
it-
bunch of different things. But it just they that's how West Virginia University was able to afford it. Was kind of a testing bed
Yeah, and it's
to apply this.
It's really good because you request like you select your station. Everyone selects their station, and a car will just pull up and say, "Hey, this one's going to Evansdale," and you just hop on. That's it.
Yeah, you go straight to your stop.
You go
There
straight
are
to your
no
stop.
along
There's
the way
no
stops.
extra stops.
Hmm.
Once you get on that car,
But the
if
problem
it
is
says
it's
it's
in-
going to Evansdale. It's going to Evansdale.
Its problem is that it's extremely fragile. A single
Yeah.
snowflake falling on the track, and they shut the thing down. And
Yeah.
it like you're
At
just
least that's
boned.
how it was back when we were in college. I don't know. How
Yeah, someone
different it
holds
is
the door
now.
wrong in it. And
Seems
shuts
to
the
be
system
better.
down.
Yeah.
You
Also,
say
the
there's
tracks
screens in
are,
it now and
yeah.
stuff.
Also,
In
the
the
tracks are all
stations.
like steam heated,
Oh,
I think,
okay.
so they don't ice up during the winter.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been
Yeah,
steam
it was
heated.
always cool.
It's always a
It's
nifty,
just like
nifty idea.
it was very popular to hate on it.
Yeah, everyone. It was.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the number one reason why people were late for class, and it was an accepted excuse most of the time
Yeah.
because,
Man, yeah, that
especially in
takes me
between
back.
classes, you'd be in a station so jam packed with people, you'd be wondering why you were even there. Like I remember getting to a station at like 11:30 and having to like pack in like a sardine waiting for the car.
Yeah. No, we absolutely like we had the population to just run a tram or something.
Yeah.
Like it would have been way better.
And then you're about
is
to
what
get
it
on your
is.
car, and it's like, oh, we're sorry, the PRT has broken down. Please go down the stairs and get on the bus. We are now
yeah, and
busing
then the
between
bus-
stations.
the bus
That's
driver
happened
would yell
before,
at you
yeah.
and say, "No, the PRT is running," and not let you on.
Oh my god,
Like,
it's so stupid.
yeah.
It was
good old
such
days.
an annoying system.
Yeah.
So
And that's
congrats
your
on your
primer
new,
on-
new
Yeah,
car, Mike.
A new car. I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to ride the PRT ever again. I don't think I've ridden it since I was a student though. So
I want to ride it
right.
again someday, but
For the nostalgia factor.
But not today.
Let the
Yeah.
adults get like a free ride on the PRT once a year.
well, the scam. If you're ever interested, if you're living near the PRT, you can actually ride the PRT to medical and then get down to Mountaineer Station and hop on a bus and get all the way to Pittsburgh without ever driving for like
Yeah.
$20.
Whoa.
For like $20.
Yeah.
20 bucks in a
20
quarter.
bones for the mountain line.
'Cause I think
it
it's
is
a
miserable.
quarter.
It's like a city bus that they take on the interstate, but
I think the
You can do it.
quarter, the PRT is like, back when we were students, I think it was like a quarter. If you weren't a student,
yeah, it's very
it
cheap.
was like 25
If you
cents.
weren't, yeah.
If you were a
so for
student, you
sub
just swiped your ID and went.
$25, I think like if you're coming up for a show or something, or even going to the airport, you can. If you live in the city of Morgantown, you can get Pittsburgh Airport or Pittsburgh downtown.
Yeah, isn't it one of those
very,
like, it's like the mega bus or whatever?
It's Mountain Line is what it's called.
That's Mountain Line now? I remember they had the mega
yeah.
buses that ran.
They might still have that, but I don't know.
But
I remember the mountain line.
But that's your
I don't
primer.
know,
If
I
any
could
of you
just-
guys are ever in Morgantown, West Virginia,
oh wait, I could just drive to Pittsburgh now. Jesus. Yeah, look at me. I could
Yeah.
just go. An hour on the interstate sounds like a joy with this my hunk of junk.
yeah, and then an hour getting off the interstate, in
Getting off the
downtown
interstate in
Pittsburgh.
downtown Pittsburgh. But hey, I'm in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I'll just park I'll park at Connor's house and just walk past there.
Good luck with that.
yeah.
Oh my god. I'd rather just parallel park downtown Pittsburgh.
Hey, and welcome back to Game Talk. I'm your host, Emmett Mian. Today I'm joined by Connor
Hey guys.
and Mike.
Hello.
And I think we're reunited after many, many weeks. It's been 2 people per episode for a while now, but we're all back for this one.
We're
Yeah, I
so
had to
back.
move
And
last week.
We are so back.
As you can
And
graciously
we're here to
see.
talk about betas. Specifically, I think first, the really hyper successful Battlefield 6 beta.
Oh my god.
And just our history with betas and what we think of them. But yeah, the Battlefield 6
Battlefield
beta
6 field.
started
I'm just
this
gonna
this past weekend. It's coming back this coming weekend.
Hot
With the
take.
What do you all
map.
think? Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, it's pretty
fun.
I don't even think it's a hot take.
No.
I honestly, as someone who has been playing Battlefield since I think Bad Company,
I hopped on Bad Company too.
It's a pretty good game. I'm having a lot of fun. Like, it's
Yeah, I wanted to
definitely
ask you
better
too,
than
because I know you
2042.
two are more Battlefield minded, I think, than I am, because I started with COD, right? So that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
kind of my default growing up.
I started with
But I know you
COD
two have
as
a history
well
with Battlefield,
when I moved into
so-
Battlefield. Battlefield 3 kind of
Yeah.
grabbed me. Like, I played Bad Company
Yeah.
and Bad Company 2 and only played the single player, but Battlefield 3 was my first multiplayer. And honestly,
But yeah, the numbers this
it feels
beta,
like
yeah.
people wanted Battlefield 2 again, and I'm sorry, you're not going to get Battlefield 2 ever again. It's never coming back. You're going to
But
get
we did basically get Battlefield
yeah,
3
you got
again. That's what
Battlefield
this
3 and
feels
4
like.
again. It feels so
Yeah,
good. Like the
it feels
movement
good.
feels good. Being able to like slide to end
And
a
it's got-
sprint. Oh,
I think it was over 500K concurrent at its peak
yeah,
on
it
Steam,
was-
It beat
Uh,
Call of Duty's numbers,
which
on
was higher
Steam,
than Call of Duty,
but
which
it's
is
not on Game
exciting,
Pass.
right? It's
Yeah.
it's not on Game Pass, right? But I don't think that's going to be a big
I don't think it
factor
matters.
in terms of
Well, right, but that lowers Call of
success of
Duty's
this game.
numbers.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, we've heard for years, for many Battlefield entries, right, that this is the COD killer. This is the COD killer.
This is not the COD killer, I don't think.
Well, I mean, this is the closest they're probably ever going to
Yeah,
get.
I agree.
Right.
But
Yeah, this thing's gonna-
if there was ever a time for a Battlefield game to have higher adoption than a Call of Duty game, it's probably this year.
yeah.
Right? Like, if you guys remember, the past several Battlefield games plagued with awful launches. Right? Like, they were basically broken at launch.
Battlefield?
Yeah.
Or not? Oh, Battlefield. The last few
Battlefield,
Battlefields.
yeah.
I was
Last
hearing
two
Call
were
of Duty.
5
Yeah,
in
the last. I mean,
2042.
so we're talking betas. I only ever played the Battlefield 2042 beta, and I
played
hated it so much that I was like sworn off the game.
I played the 3 beta, and then I immediately was back then I was in high school, so I didn't have my own income. I think I was like a sophomore in high school, so I didn't have the money. And so I'm like, hey, mom, buy me this game.
Yep.
Buy it, please.
Battlefield 3 was actually one of the first PC games I ever played. Like one of the earliest high fidelity AAA PC games I got into, and I distinctly remember my dad watching it and like saying that looks like real life as it runs on my like 1360 by 768 display.
Sadly, I wasn't a PC gamer yet, so I was stuck on the PlayStation 3.
Battlefield 3 was so compromised on console. It was only 32 players.
I wasn't playing the Battlefield 3 as it was represented. I was playing Battlefield 4 as it was represented eventually because I got it on the PlayStation 4. But I didn't hop on
These
PC.
Battlefield was also famous. Like it was PC centric in a time when nobody was PC centric.
Yeah,
I was still a PC gamer at the time, but I was like, I didn't have a powerhouse of a computer yet.
Yeah, something that was going to run Battlefield 3.
Yeah, I had stuff that could run like Dota, no, barely. But no, playing 3's beta, I think was the first time that I'm like, oh god, this is good. Especially the sound design, and it's back. It's such an interesting and intricately sound designed game, and Battlefield has never been bad with their sound design.
No. I mean, I'll be honest, I was playing this beta, and I didn't really have my game design or game critic hat on while I was playing this, because I was playing it with my buddy Antonio, and he was talking about like damage values and stuff, and I'm just like toning it out, because I'm like, shoot.
There is a level of like, because like, I know you and me, Connor, we don't play enough competitive FPSs to really, I think, get into
speak for
those
yourself,
details.
Brother. I was top fragging. I was top squad like 2 or 3 times.
I wasn't top fragging,
I go ham in Battlefield.
But you don't really play competitive FPSs, though.
No, I don't play like Valorant or Counter-Strike, but like...
I wanted to have
even
gone
the CODs
ham,
in the
could've,
Battlefield,
but I decided not to.
I did back in the day, though.
I decided to do what Battlefield calls me to do and pick up a sniper rifle. And sadly,
where I was going with that is that, like, you know, like we just, at least maybe I should just speak for myself. Like, I just pick up the game and have fun with it, right? Like, I'm not trying to optimize the guns for like best DPS values or anything like that. I just pick it up and play it.
I would say I don't do any of the big brain stuff, but I do like, my aim's pretty good. I like pick a gun that I like, and I learn the maps well enough that I can like me and my buddy Antonio, I lean on him a lot. I typically play with him, but we were just laying down in with LMGs on one of the domination maps. I think it was called Domination, and I was just like holding left click, and we were top of the scoreboard the whole time.
I was playing Conquest and Breakthrough, which is a very interesting mode.
Oh, Breakthrough's what we were playing. Breakthrough is so fun.
I was playing a game of Conquest, and there's a clip that I got. I didn't record it. I'm so mad I wasn't like actually getting footage, because I was very proud with it. There was a guy laying prone. I headshot him, and behind him was his buddy also laying prone, and I headshot him through his buddy. So I got a nice collateral. I saw the double kill. I'm like, how did I get that? And I see the kill feed, and I see the little bullet penetration indicator. So I shot through a guy and got his friend.
Wow,
that's crazy.
With a sniper rifle.
My buddy Antonio that I play with, I've got some caveats for this, and I don't remember the exact number. It might have been top 1,000. It might have been top 500. But on Xbox in Battlefield 5, so on Xbox, which is the less competitive platform, and on Battlefield 5, which was not a particularly popular entry in the franchise, but he was like top 500 in America. Battlefield 5.
I feel like that's still impressive.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Sadly, I did not interface with any vehicles. I did not get in a jet, which I should have. I should have gotten into a jet.
I did get into a Jeep, and that was fun. I did splatter someone in a Jeep.
I used to.
That was cool.
During my 3 days, I used to be like a good pilot, but I've given up. I've put down my wings.
I wasn't lucky enough to be in the tank, but my buddy Antonio was driving one, and he had a pretty good gunner, and we just had 3 engineers behind the tank, and he was unkillable, constantly fixing him. And when I wasn't fixing him, I laid down on top of the tank with my LMG, so I was a second turret.
That's crazy.
And you can actually like mount
playing
your
engineer is a lot of fun. Honestly,
so
like all the classes are really good. I like that sniper headshots block revives.
Well, you
I
can
think
also
that is
use any
amazing.
gun with any class now.
Yeah, no, unless you play certain modes. There is
Oh, really?
locked
Okay.
modes. Yeah, there's conquest locked weapons where you can only use the weapons that are class specific. So people
Okay.
will probably gravitate towards that at some point. And I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
in
playing
the more competitive
recon,
scene.
yeah, if you're playing recon, they do get that perk with sniper headshots anyway. So,
Oh, and
like,
anybody can bring back their squad mates now, right?
Yeah,
You don't have to be a
there's-
medic for that.
yeah,
That's
medics
super
are
cool.
just quicker about it. And the defense
And it
instant.
it really encourages squad play, which I
Yeah.
feel like was a problem in the old Battlefield days. I mean, I myself, I didn't care about my squad. I wouldn't even like interface with them typically, but in this one I was finding myself more successful if I stayed near them.
Yeah, and I've noticed that the defibs are still as lethal as they were in previous
Nice.
battlefields. I've seen so many clips of medics running around just like defibbing people. So
Yeah.
it's back.
It's a good
I'm
way to
so
stay at
glad.
the top of the leaderboard too, to just resurrect people constantly.
No,
That's worth so many
not
points.
resurrect people. Not resurrecting people. No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, you can
No,
kill
no,
people.
no,
yeah.
killing people with them, just like a psycho. Oh man,
And
I didn't get
it
a knife
does,
kill in
like,
the beta yet.
from
though.
someone who's like not as into the franchise as you guys are. I do think it is satisfying to see that there's finally like a positively received entry after so long. Because I
Yeah.
know the last
Yeah.
few weren't that hotly received. I think Battlefield 1 was the last like
the last good
kind of
one,
moderately and even that one wasn't like Battlefield 4 levels, right?
Battlefield
There
1
is-
just
People love it.
wasn't what people wanted, but it had like one of the best campaigns.
Yeah, it was still
ever.
a
The
good
campaign
game.
was fun.
Like objectively,
And
still a
I
good
am
Battlefield
looking
game.
forward to. I think they are doing a campaign for 6, right?
Yes,
Also
there is a campaign.
crossplay. This has crossplay, which we haven't
Yeah,
even
that's
mentioned yet.
that's huge.
That's
yeah.
huge.
And
And it's going to have user-generated content, which is going to
Yeah,
be
this is
massive.
gonna be nuts.
And it's made using the Godot game engine. The game doesn't run Godot, but the user-generated content is going to be made in the Godot editor, which is like really cool.
Is
That's
it confirmed the Godot
that's the
editor?
engine. Yeah,
That's crazy, actually. That's insane.
and that's the engine
So
I
what
use when I
kinda-
make games.
How did they
What
interface
kind of
that with
user-generated
Frostbite?
content?
Like you can do like levels and stuff. I'm pretty sure, like
Oh.
maps.
How did
Like,
they interface that with
uh,
Frostbite? There, that's crazy.
I think they integrated GD script into Frostbite, and they integrated the Godot scene structure. I
Okay.
guess.
That's
So that
neat.
the Frostbite can read it and run it. It's not
That's-
Godot physics
that's
or
cool.
anything, but
It's Frostbite physics, of course.
I don't exactly understand it. So like, don't quote me on it. I mean, obviously none of this info is out, but they have said it's Godot.
And the performance for the beta, top notch. I've had zero issues.
very good.
I'm on an older rig
Yeah.
now, and I'd never dip below 60. Like I was running a consistent
There were
80,
some-
90.
I think I was well over 120. I think.
Yeah.
There were some weird things like the menus, like the main menu is running 30 frames per second. I think for some reason.
That's
I
not
don't
that
love
big of a
that.
deal. Like I
But
don't
it doesn't
love that,
matter.
but it's,
Like,
it's
I
once
did
you're
notice
actually-
that, yeah.
menu. Like
Once
if
you're
the
actually
game's-
in game,
Like if a menu's running
It's
locked
fine.
30, who cares? It's a menu. I'm not really caring about the
I will-
frame rate on a static menu.
right?
Just
But-
talking about performance, I know you guys are on PC. I was on PS5 Pro, buttery smooth.
Yeah,
I played
Is it
it.
120?
It has both, right? So I played it at 60 with higher fidelity for a while. Then I was like, this is not the way to play this. And
120
I
is the
switched
way
to
to play,
120.
yeah.
It was so smooth. It felt
I've
felt
been-
incredible and looked
I
incredible.
think there's a way that I could have bumped that thing up to probably 120. Like it was still looking
bet you
real
could,
good. Yeah. Like they have their like adaptive graphics settings, which I think
Yeah.
is nifty. Honestly, more games need adaptive settings to keep a target frame rate.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
physics-
I'm a big fan of adaptive resolution, especially in the
Yeah.
like age of upscalers. Although
Yeah,
I don't think I used upscaling in this
destruction
game.
wise. I don't think I was using DLSS actually.
Yeah,
Physics wise and destruction wise, the game was really clean. It was very, very cool
Yeah.
seeing like levels slowly become piles of rubble.
yes,
Yeah.
that is the coolest thing from
Like
a
you
from
see you're
a,
running
like a
through
more Call of
Cairo,
Duty
and all of a
player's
sudden
perspective.
Cairo's just not there anymore.
yeah,
Like the same wall that was there at the beginning of the round is now just an empty hole in the side of a building, and people are still fighting out of it.
So
Absolutely crazy.
I know I'm asking a lot. I really hope they do what they did with Battlefield 4 in this game and just eventually give us the Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 maps in this new engine with a big player base.
There is one.
They are?
That's coming. Operation Firestorm is getting a remake for this game.
Yes!
Battlefield 3.
Firestorm is the one I would pick.
It was
God,
confirmed from in like the reveal for multiplayer gameplay or whatever that Firestorm is coming back. So right now people are complaining that there's no big maps in the beta.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're getting Operation Firestorm. Like, that was one of the bigger maps from 3. It's such a good map, too.
Yeah.
I love Firestorm.
Me and my buddy Antonio playing Firestorm, I would be a support and with C4, and I would be waiting for the tanks, and he'd be a sniper making sure nobody could sneak up on me, and we would just blow up enemy tanks for an hour.
Tanks for an hour. Such a fun game. Yeah. Such a fun map. I'm excited to see it back. I don't think they're doing Levolution like they did in 4, which is fine. I mean,
oh my gosh,
Levolution was a gimmick.
What a term.
It was a fun gimmick.
Yeah, Levolution would be like an event that happens in the middle, like a tower falling.
Yeah, it's a player-generated event,
or a
too.
blizzard hitting.
You can, on most maps, you have to cause the Levolution. Which sometimes people would get kicked for causing it on Siege of Shanghai, but...
I feel like that's such a Kojima term, Levolution.
Yeah, welcome to the PS4 era of Battlefield.
Yeah,
but
it's
fun
game.
Though.
It's a fun
game. A lot of fun. The only
I want to be playing it now, and that's like the sign of a successful beta.
Yeah.
Is like I was like itching to play it yesterday, and
you guys gonna hop back in this weekend?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I'm gonna have company.
I'm probably hopping back in. The only bugbear I can see with it is that some people are not going to be able to play it. But then again, it's almost October 2025 and Windows 10's disappearing. So if you don't have Secure Boot enabled, you should probably get it enabled as fast as possible. So you're not on an OS that's like actively outdated.
I did have to enable Secure Boot to play this. I didn't have it turned on.
That's crazy. I thought Windows 11 required it.
I don't know. It told me I had to enable it, and then I had to go into my BIOS, and it like said it was already enabled, so I turned it off and turned it back on, and then the game worked.
Yeah, mine was already enabled. It's really not that hard of a problem to solve. Like, you just have to go in, maybe reinstall Windows if you don't have it on the right partition, but there are commands that you can use to swap it over to a GPT partition anyway without having to format. At least that's what I did.
Hacker mode.
Yeah, a little bit of research.
But yeah, that is a little overcomplicated. But apparently their anti-cheat is working fairly well.
I've heard it's working perfectly.
For now,
I haven't heard that.
These kind of games don't last. I've
heard that there were cheaters. They've caught a lot of cheaters, but people are like, there were 300k cheaters in this game that they caught.
Well, that's how many they've caught and banned. Yeah,
that's how many they caught.
300,000.
300,000 cheaters in a free open beta is nuts.
That's crazy.
That's half the player base that they've already banned.
Well, half the PC player base, right? Yeah. Half the Steam specifically. I don't know how big this was, but I have a feeling it was freaking huge.
Yeah, if the Steam player base was number 5 on Steam.
Thank you, EA. The game's just on Steam. No stupid EA client.
Yeah, and that's huge, right? Like, and I think this is the first time a Battlefield game has done this, right?
Since Bad Company 2, I think.
Bad Company 2, yeah.
So like all the factors are sort of aligning for this to be a massive Battlefield launch and success.
Because,
and not only that, I don't know if you guys saw the EA after following the Battlefield launch or the Battlefield 6 beta launch, EA's stock rose to an all-time high.
Yeah, really. It's people are excited for this game. Like seeing
it's a good game.
A lot of hype for the game.
And I was like not excited for this. This was like I was gonna turn it on and like play it because Antonio really wanted to, and it was like reminisce about the old days.
I
saw and it was actually really fun.
So I was kind of skeptical that a Battlefield game would be ever good again after 2042, and then I saw the multiplayer gameplay reveal, and I'm like, okay, this actually looks pretty sick. It looks cool. And then I played the beta. I'm like, wait a second. Or I watched some beta footage. I'm like, wait a second.
It's back.
This game looks good. This game looks really good. So then I played the beta. I'm like, wow, okay, this game's great. This is fantastic.
I was laughing. I read some of the critique about the beta, and one of the most common ones I found was that they were getting tired of playing the same maps over and over again. And I think that's so fun. I mean, obviously that's not a critique, but also like it's really funny because Battlefield communities do inevitably, like historically Battlefield's always been a server browser game on PC, not a match-made game. And so inevitably you would land on servers like the community would just decide on a map, and that would be all anybody played.
That'd be
like,
all
it was
anybody
Firestorm
played.
on Battlefield 3. It was Caspian on Battlefield 4 until the Battlefield 3 DLC came out, and then it was Firestorm again.
No, it was still Caspian was in the Battlefield 3 DLC for 4 as well. Battlefield 3 Battlefield 4's original one was either Siege of Shanghai.
Oh, Battlefield 4, it was that ice map everybody loved.
Yeah, Op Locker, Siege of Shanghai, and I think one of the open maps that they did. But it was very repetitive. Yeah, and then none of the DLC maps ever got played, and some of the DLC maps are really, really good. Just no one ever played them. Oh, it was the Storm map too that people played a lot.
I will say I'm a little nervous about the cost of this game because they're charging $70 to get through the door, and I know there's going to be DLC.
Like,
it's probably
but I do think like if an audience pays for Call of Duty, I think people will pay for
people will pay
good
for
Battlefield game.
Well, I mean, I don't want to pay like.
I know you don't, but I'm saying like people in general probably will.
I'll pay for it.
I'm nervous about it. I will pay for it probably if I'm still playing it, especially if they do like a season pass or something.
Speaking about the monetization, one thing that the director said that even though like I don't really engage with the cosmetics or anything, one thing that I thought was really good is that he said that all the cosmetics for this game will fit within the universe of Battlefield. Because like if you look at Call of Duty, after a few months, it basically just turns into Fortnite, right? Like there's just like skins of absurd characters,
like Godzilla, Beavis and like, Butthead. It's like
and it's just like it becomes stupid, and like a lot of people are into that. I think it's dumb. Quite frankly,
I think we already have Fortnite. We don't need Fortnite in Call of Duty.
Yeah, and everyone wants to be Fortnite, unfortunately. But I love that he said no. Battlefield is going to remain grounded, and I think that's absolutely the right choice.
Like I could see weapon skins coming out, like funny, cool looking weapon skins or paint jobs. Like I don't care. That doesn't really break me out if my weapon has a flame painted on it. Like it makes sense to an extent.
I don't want to see like Tony the Tiger holding an AK-47.
I don't want to see something stupid like Beavis and Butthead or Roger from American Dad running around. Like that doesn't. People play these games to feel like a cool future modern warfighter soldier. They want to play Army Men, you know. And,
I play these games to zone out and listen to music.
You want to be some grunt in a war, you know. You don't want to be like Beavis and Butthead or Cardi B running around. Like no one wants that. Someone wants that. I will say there is. I'm sorry.
There is one elephant in the room that I feel like they haven't really learned from, which is Battle Bit. I think it was called the Battlefield like indie game that came out a couple years ago, and I think the main thing they're missing. That game was excellent, by the way.
Sadly, it got abandoned.
Was that the top-down one?
No,
no.
It was.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
It was like the Roblox
it was Battlefield.
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a low resolution or low fidelity kind of Battlefield game, but it had proximity chat, and I don't know why AAA developers are so afraid to put proxy chat in a game because it adds so much.
Oh, it would.
So much.
Especially with these kinds of games like the Call of Duties and the Battlefields.
Yeah, when they're rated M.
I think they're just going to be way too toxic.
You know how
well BattleBit wasn't though.
I don't know.
It got weird a little bit, but you know how much fun I would have if I threw C4 on a teammate's Jeep and told him to go do crimes? Like,
yeah, and also like it's a rated M game. Like toxicity doesn't matter; it's rated M.
Yeah,
like
it's rated M. Like you go in there, it's 17 plus. You're just gonna expect the most vulgar stuff. Like if you are worried about your kids playing it, look at the sticker on there and see that it says 17 plus and make a decision.
Yeah.
The ESRB makes
that's what's
for a
missing.
reason.
You are being logical about that. I think these big companies are just afraid because no one's really done it yet, and the first person to do it, and if there's no like serious blowback, I think we'll see.
COD
Thieves did it.
Does it. Yeah, Call of Duty kind of does it with their kill chat, where if you kill a person, you can,
that's so much worse.
You can hear what someone's saying when you kill them, which is usually just them calling slurs. You know.
Yeah, that's really
okay. Well,
that's like
every
the cats,
single,
you know.
Yeah, like, every single compilation I found of like kill chats is just someone yelling slurs at the guy who killed him. It's like this doesn't seem fun. I might get a sick enjoyment from getting called slurs after some point, but it doesn't seem worthwhile.
It's just the only thing missing. Like proxy chat.
We just need to add slurs to the game. That's the only thing.
Say slurs.
give me a slur button, and I won't need proxy chat anymore.
Yeah.
Just let me.
That way you can like input your own like details about your life at the beginning, your race, your like whatever.
Come up with
everything.
perfect
and then
slur
like
for
I press
who
the
you
slur
are.
button and you hear a customized slur to you.
Listen, I just wanna run around killing the bots that they've added to this game, calling them clankers. That's it. Like
Clankers. I saw that. That was funny.
like
Clankers.
I like how they will fill lobbies with bots though to like at least keep off peak times staffed and finding full games. I think that is super valuable for the longevity of a Battlefield game. And
it has skill-based matchmaking, but it's apparently like super low prioritized in the matchmaking, which I think is the right way to implement it.
It's a Battlefield game. Individual skill really doesn't matter that much because there's 64 other people on the team.
Yeah,
you could go 100
very little power. Now, if you have a squad of like 4 really good players,
you can turn the tide.
That can turn the tide.
Yeah.
But even the same, like a vehicle, like there's force multipliers in the game for a reason. Like a tank, like I don't care how good you are at like technical shooting and moving, and you run around like a 7-year-old on Adderall. It doesn't matter because I have a tank and you don't. Like I don't care how.
Well, that's when you switch to an engineer class and get RPGs and blow it up.
Yeah, I watched Antonio lose a round, like for our entire team. We had been guarding these 2 doors for like 20 minutes or whatever, 15 minutes, whatever it was. It was in a breakthrough. And it was just us laying down and guarding, and he didn't say anything, and he got up and left, and somebody came through his door and killed me and captured the point we were on. And they only had 4 tickets left. We would have won if we killed 4 more people. And he had just got up and walked away without saying anything.
Oh my god. Like the movement.
So you can individually lose a match of Battlefield.
Yeah. Yes.
You can't individually win it.
Yeah, you can't individually win it. I've been enjoying the sliding though. I think sliding is such a cool addition to end a sprint.
Makes every game better.
Yeah, it just it's like, oh, I need to get around this corner real fast. Let me go into a slide so that people won't be aiming down there. They'll expect me to sprint around the corner.
Yeah.
The thing about this game's movement, I think it's a lot more deliberate than Call of Duty.
It's very
Call of Duty
slow.
feels a lot faster, snappier, arcadier, but Battlefield feels, I guess, more realistic.
Yeah, it feels very slow.
You have to have a lot more
It's
intention,
good.
right? Like, if you're sprinting all the time, you're going to die, right? Because it takes time to stop and then aim your weapon and shoot. And
That
sort
was
of
like rule one of getting good at
So you have
Battlefield
to-
4 is not sprinting into unknown corridors. Like rule one of me getting good at the game.
You are probably not going to like John Wick one-man army a Battlefield game. It's very unlikely.
Exactly. But you can do that in COD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
A lot
do
of
that
the
in
time.
COD. But in Battlefield, if you plan ahead, you can create a situation where you could have like a 60-1 KD or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But it's more of a laying an ambush situation than it is just being good at
Yeah, the one time I got like a triple quad kill was I ran around the side of where the enemy was attacking and basically flanked them, got 3 of them before they turned around to kill me. That's a 3-to-1 ratio right there.
All,
and they
it's
weren't
all
looking
positioning.
there. Yeah, it was all positioning.
And the time to kill is very low in this game, I think.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Battlefield typically has a higher
it feels
time
really
to kill,
good though.
but it's very low.
And I do like the
it
bloom.
feels right.
I really like bloom. I like bloom and suppression. I think it's a very good feature. A lot of like mid to high skill people are really mad that there's bloom in the game and that they can't control. But I promise it was in 4 and there are ways around it, and it was called burst firing and learning like tap firing and everything. And it increased the skill ceiling. The difference between someone who understood tap firing and someone who didn't was substantial. As someone who learned how to do it, it did make the game more technical.
How long aiming down sights takes in these games, I really like, because there's a clear skill gap between me who put a laser sight on and got comfortable hip firing and somebody who insists on aiming down sights. I'm going to kill that guy every single time.
Every single time.
Because you just can't afford to aim down sights when you get surprised. You can't do it.
It takes too long.
My favorite example of a weapon in the game, there's this LMG that doesn't have recoil in game.
Oh no.
It doesn't. Well, the thing is, it's actually realistic because in real life, this same LMG actually has a system that fully mitigates it's like vertical climb.
That's crazy.
Because
it must
has
have
like
lower damage, right?
It does, but I've seen someone firing the same LMG held up above his hand with one hand, and it's not even moving. just because
That's
of its
crazy.
recoil.
That's crazy.
The way it has this counterweight
That
in the
doesn't
back
seem right.
that rolls back and forth with the firing, so it kind of eats the recoil. It's a very neat weapon, and I'm
sick.
glad they actually put it in the game and didn't give it a lot of recoil. And it's making like higher skill players mad, but I mean that's the way the weapon is. You can't add recoil to a weapon that doesn't have
That's the way
recoil.
it is.
Yeah, and I mean it probably has some nasty bloom.
I might have to unlock
Yeah.
that gun though.
Yeah, and it probably has some nasty bloom too as well. So it's not really that big of a problem. Like at range,
Well, but if you
bloom
mount
is your
it,
worst
I don't
thing.
think mounted guns bloom.
It might. I think they still have like a little bit of bloom. I'm not sure though.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause I know I was just holding left click, brother. I'd mount my LMG. I'd throw up my once I realized I had it. You know me, I'm bad at like not even knowing a mechanic is in the game. I didn't know that you had the portable cover you could throw down.
Oh
But
my
once
God,
I
it's
knew
such
that
a
I
cool
had
thing.
that, I was just throwing that down, mounting my gun and holding left click, and I was getting tens of kills.
Yeah, I really like the class gadgets. I think it's neat.
Yeah.
I can't wait until we see like the full extent of class gadgets though, when the full game comes out. Because I know we're only getting a taste of the game right now, and I think a lot of people who are critical
does
of
it
the
come
beta
out?
right now don't realize that this is just like
Is it October?
I think it's
Lord.
October.
it comes out in October. Yeah, they're not getting a taste of the full game.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
people are forgetting it. Like we're not getting the big maps yet. They're not going to put those in the beta. They haven't since Battlefield 3.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield,
Well, Battlefield
4,
3, the beta was just Operation Metro.
Yeah, on the consoles it was just Operation Metro. On PC you had the option of Caspian.
No,
Uh,
PC, it was just Operation Metro. I
No,
remember
Caspian
playing
was
it.
on PC. There was like a second beta with Caspian on it. Because I remember
Oh, I
beta
must have
footage
missed
of
that.
Caspian Border. I think
'Cause
4's beta
I
was
played the beta.
where was 4's beta set on? It might have been set on
I think it was Locker.
it might have been I don't think it was Locker. It might have been something bigger than Locker. Maybe
I just know
like
Metro sucked. I hate
Nightfall or
Operation
something.
Metro.
Yeah, Operation Metro was not designed for 64 players. I'm sorry.
No, it
And
wasn't.
I'm glad that they also stepped back from 128 player lobbies.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate
It's too
them
many.
trying it with 2042, but I think
Yeah.
the 128's too much, and it just makes the map too big.
Yeah.
Like in the end, 64
Yeah,
is
64
kind of
is a sweet spot.
because then you can do smaller
Where like
maps.
one squad can feel like they're making a difference
Yeah.
on a 64.
And you can do smaller maps too. With 32 people on a
Yeah.
team, you can do smaller maps. Not like Operation Metro
Yeah.
size, because that map became a complete mess at 64 players. But like Operation Locker was a perfect map at 64. Like it still
Yeah.
had a lot of the same issues, but it wasn't exactly like
calling
a
out,
terrible time.
calling Locker a perfect map when 80% of the gameplay was throwing grenades down one hallway is maybe not
Well,
quite
okay,
right.
okay. At that point, I was really good at the game, and I was abusing the crap out of the MTAR. So I'd run through that hallway and get like 8 kills before dying. So it was how I
hated
unlocked
Operation Locker.
so many weapon attachments, because I just equip a weapon and start gunning down people running through a hallway. But
So I do have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's going to be a free battle royale game mode for this.
I'm
Really?
yeah,
That's
they're
huge.
bringing back Firestorm, I think, or what it was called, ever it was called.
Yeah, can you look this up, Mike? I don't have the details in front of me, and I don't want to mess up our recording. So fact check me on this, but I believe there is going to be a battle royale mode, and it's going to be free. And I think it is the single greatest waste of development resources, perhaps
Well-
possible.
I mean, and in this day and age, though, you kind of have to do it, right?
No,
I'm looking it up.
People are gonna opt for that over every other mode.
people
People
are
want the
lining
Fortnite.
up by the hundreds of thousands to play this beta, and it doesn't have a battle royale game mode because
Yeah.
if they wanted to play a battle royale, they would just play Fortnite. There's
Yeah,
no
I don't know.
reason to meet your enemy in their own arena. Just make a good Battlefield game.
I feel like from a developer's perspective, though, they think that Fortnite is everything, so
Oh,
everything has to
so-
at least try to be Fortnite.
So apparently this battle royale, according to some leaked details, will have something called the oversight system. So where if you die, you get drones, turrets, and cameras control. So you can help your surviving teammates
Interesting.
through like surveillance and turrets. Which honestly, that's
That's a
kind of
fun
neat.
idea.
That's a very
Turrets?
cool idea. Yeah. Vehicle key
I just don't think
cards, so you
Battlefield
can get
gameplay is very
vehicles.
conducive to a battle royale. Like the
Yeah, no, I mean, I
gunplay.
agree with you. Like, I don't think it needs to have a battle royale, but like, I definitely see like why it exists. Makes
I
sense
know
in
it's
this
confirmed,
today's
but
landscape.
I don't know if it's free. I can't see anything about it being free.
I saw that it was going to be free, but I don't have a source for that.
Yeah,
so
I'm
grain
trying
of
to
salt.
look. They did tease it in the
If it's not free, no one is going to play
yeah,
it.
they just teased it
Yeah,
in
that
the
has to be free.
multiplayer reveal.
Come on.
Like I think it's probably going to be called Firestorm again, is because that's what the last one was called. But who
They did
knows?
a battle royale in 2042.
No, they did one in 5. Actually, it was called Firestorm.
Really?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
when they tease like the firewall, I think they're just bringing Firestorm back. A lot of people liked
Was it a waste of
Firestorm.
time
I
then,
heard.
too?
I think people liked it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's Battlefield.
Well, I mean, like
gameplay,
overall, the
so-
game's shaping up to be like a pretty meaty thing,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Like you got a campaign, several multiplayer modes, traditional and battle
And,
royale, big and small team battles.
Plus, Battlefield being a more vehicle-based game as well on larger maps. Oh God,
Yeah.
I'm so eager to see all of, like the COD people coming over.
Getting
And
flattened by tanks.
no. They're gonna hop into a helicopter, and they're just not gonna
Crash
know. They're
instantly.
just not gonna.
Yeah.
They're gonna hold back and just flip over. I'm gonna see so many dead helicopters. I was already seeing a jet. I'd see a jet fly over, fire a couple rounds at the ground, and then smash into the ground at full speed. Like these people
When I was
don't know
younger,
what
I
they're
would always-
doing yet.
I always kept a controller handy because I felt like the helicopters were much easier to pilot on
Yeah.
controller than on keyboard and mouse.
I got good at helicopter flying. I used to be really good at jets back on the console. I haven't really touched it on PC, but no, I can't wait.
I
to
didn't
hop
even know
back
there were
into a
jets
jet.
in this game. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Oh, yeah. The jets are-
in the one big map that's in the beta.
The problem with the jets is they kind of are just playing a different game from everybody else.
They are. They do
Because
some
you're
ground
playing Ace
attack.
Combat.
Like you can spec them into ground attack,
Yeah.
but I could not find the vehicle customization menu yet, so I don't know if it's available.
The accessible map for the jets is so much bigger. Like they can fly way out of bounds for what you can do.
Same
on
with
foot.
helicopters.
And so like you can just be having a dogfight for the entire game, like fighting for air superiority, and it has no impact on anyone on the ground.
Oh yeah, no, that was my best
Yeah.
favorite part of 3 playing like Firestorm or Caspian, where 90% of my gameplay was getting in a circle strafe fight with another jet. Getting in
Dude,
a
they
little,
did a
little
vehicle
circle.
centric. They did a vehicle centric DLC for Battlefield 3. I forget what it was. Armored Warfare, maybe.
Yeah, or Armored Warfare or something, or Armored Assault.
Yeah.
And some of those, I didn't play any
And,
of those maps.
Can you get the release date for that, Mike?
Hold on. Yeah, give me a
Armored
second.
Assault or Amid. 'Cause I
Armored
think the release
Core.
date's funny, but I might be wrong about
It's Armored Kill.
About what
I'm
day it
sorry, they
was.
called it Armored Kill.
Armored Kill.
It released September of 2012. Hold on.
Okay. I'm
Hold
pretty
on.
sure their jet-based DLC launched on 9/11, but I might be
Oh
wrong.
my
okay.
gosh.
So PS3 Premium, it had 4 release dates. So PS3 Premium, so it was early access for PlayStation 3 users with Battlefield Premium, September 4th, 2012.
Man, they were doing that back in the day.
However, if you were a 360 or PC Premium user, yes, it came out on September 11th, 2012. If you were
Wow.
a base
Vehicle-based
user, it was
DLC.
September 25th for PC users and September 18th for PS3 users.
I remember
within
thinking
the
that
month
was
of
crazy.
They
September.
just like
kid.
push it back a day to avoid any like
Yeah.
weird comparisons, but what do I know?
But no, it was
That's
like and it was like the tank based map too, with like the mobile artillery and everything, and the gunships.
Well, it had a mode that was only jets. That's why I thought of it. It had a dogfight mode.
Yeah, it was. Let me
like
see.
it was like over the ocean or something.
Mm.
No, that was Battlefield 4.
And
I
everybody
think.
hated it. That was Battlefield
They-
4? Okay.
Yeah,
I could be
Battlefield
wrong. I'll take that.
3 had tank superiority from Armored
Yeah.
Kill. Let me see if there was. No,
What a storied
Battlefield
franchise.
3's end game is where they added air superiority, which was the jet game mode.
Okay.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 had it as well, and it came out in China Rising. which came out in like December.
You brought up what a storied franchise, Connor. Like, this game was absolutely make or break, I think, for the Battlefield franchise. They could not afford another bomb for this
2042
franchise.
was humiliating. Like,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
it was so bad. I would love to see the sales numbers.
No one played that game.
Yeah.
No one wanted to play that game.
So bad. And it was like that they released that beta with their, like, I'm shocked they didn't cancel the beta because I know that pre-orders got canceled over that beta.
Oh,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
by the hundreds of thousands. Like,
yeah, and I think this beta had the opposite effect where people, like,
I mean, I'm not going to pre-order
the good,
'cause I don't do that, but
good word of mouth is spreading like wildfire about this game, and that is not something this franchise has experienced in a long time. So I hope that momentum continues to launch. And just from an academic perspective, right? Like, I don't really care about Call of Duty or Battlefield, but I would love to see Battlefield for once trounce Call of Duty.
Yeah,
would be good to see.
Xbox would cancel the next one and dissolve Infinity Ward or something.
Throw those $60 billion in the trash.
Yeah.
All right, so
We
ended up talking about the Battlefield 6 beta for like an hour or so. We were going to talk about betas in the past and our experience with betas, but do we want to do that?
I got a few thoughts on betas. I do think it's always so I've always this is a long thought, so give me a minute to put it together.
Go for it.
Battlefield has always done these quote unquote betas that are more server tests, really. Like, I don't think anything is changing about this game based on this
let me ask you, like, what exactly, how do we define a beta, right? Like, because all these, like, in the past, games have alphas, they have betas, they have network tests. To me, it's just like a closed period of testing where you test an early build of a game. That's what a beta is to me.
I don't think this is an early build. I think this is more or less, like, I don't think this is going to be any different from what comes out at launch.
I mean, it's early in the sense that they're going to have a later build for launch, but, like, all the features are basically there, is what you're saying. The gameplay is basically there.
What changed my mind about that? So I always played betas, and I always thought this is just a marketing thing. Like, this is the game. This is what it's going to look like when we play it.
Well, you don't think they actually take some feedback in and make tweaks?
I didn't for a long time because I'd never seen a game be any different at launch until Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds did a beta that was actually like many months before release. It was like, I don't know if it was 6 months, but it was a long time before release. And they got a lot of feedback about how the weapons felt to play, about the hit stop, how the animations felt, about the performance even. And those things were meaningfully different when the game finally launched. Performance was still bad, obviously, but the hit stop was in. The weapons had been reworked a little bit, and the weapons are still getting reworked, but that was the first game I'd ever seen that I felt like anything I submitted based on the beta mattered. Battlefield has always done these betas a couple months before launch, sometimes even less than that, sometimes weeks before launch. And it's like, you're not changing anything before this comes out. Like, you may be taking this feedback into account and like working development, but this is an ad. This is an ad.
I always like got the sense for the FPS betas, like the Call of Duty and the Battlefield betas, what they ended up, like, they didn't tweak major things, right? But I imagine they tweak parameters here and there for, like, okay, maybe this gun fires like 3% faster, or these bullets do 10% more, like little things like that are not really too perceptible to players unless you're like really, really into it. That's what I figure like these FPS betas do. But like in terms of talking about betas that actually take like huge amounts of feedback and make massive changes, you brought a Monster Hunter. For me, the Neo franchise has always done this. They always have like their alpha or whatever. It's like, it is a beta. That's basically what it is. But they take feedback from that and make drastic, like, the game straight up feels different often for Neo and Neo 2. And I'm sure they're going to be doing the same thing for Neo 3. The alpha for that came out like a month or so ago. But they always take a lot of feedback and incorporate that into the combat system for their games.
Okay.
So that's the example that comes to mind for me. But in terms of like notable betas in the past, I think we all have one shared one, right? We're old enough to have this one, Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minecraft, but like Minecraft is also kind of bogus because it was early access.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it really.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Doesn't count.
I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say it doesn't count. I will say, like, Minecraft's terminology was always kind of weird. Like, they called it alpha, or there was like Like the terminology was just, I mean, the terminology around alpha beta stuff is already like kind of nonsense. There's no industry standard for it, I don't think.
Exactly.
But Minecraft's especially always felt a little silly because Minecraft beta 1.7 was a fully
It just sort of
playable
rolled.
game.
It just rolled into the full game, really.
Yeah.
I think another notable one is Overwatch, right? Like to me, to this day, like Overwatch beta and Overwatch at launch is still the best that game has ever felt to me.
Yeah.
And it was
single
just
update
all
made it
downhill
worse.
from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people share that opinion, but I think a lot of people do.
There's one other. I actually played Mabinogi in beta, I think. That old MMO that I was obsessed with as a kid. I played that in beta. And I do actually think they took into account because it was a pretty long time between the beta and the launch. But also, I got a title. The game has like a title system you can put after your name, and you get like stat bonuses based on it. And having that beta tester one was always such a flex on the, to let everybody know I was an old head when I would hop back on 10
that's
years
cool.
later.
Yeah. The other big one that comes to mind for me is Destiny 1. I remember playing the alpha, beta, whatever they called it for that, the early test for that.
Yeah.
And it was basically like the first level, like the first mission of the campaign for Destiny 1. And you got to remember, back in the day, there was huge amount of like fervor around this. This was Bungie's new thing after Halo. This was just like, this is going to be the game of all games.
I remember. I had a friend whose heart was broken by it.
Yeah, I mean, like playing it, it was still unclear like what really this game was going to be, but like the thing you did get from it was just like, okay, that kind of floaty movement and the gunplay, those, good feeling things carried over from Halo. But it was still like, kind of unclear what the direction Destiny was going to go in, at least for me. And I'm not really sure what they took from that beta and incorporated into the main game, but I do remember having that beta and playing it a lot. I remember I did play it a lot because I was just like, what is this strange thing that they're making? But in terms of like major betas, those are the ones that come to mind. Like obviously, like sometimes I do like the early access for the FPS betas because I think the FPS betas are like the most common ones that most people have access to. Like we just talked about Battlefield. Not often, but I do, every 2 or 3 years hop in like a COD beta just because, it's fun or whatever. But yeah, in terms of, I don't usually, like I said before, I'm not a big early access guy, and I do kind of loop betas into early access. Just give me the game when it's finished. I'm more of that mindset.
I mean, I'll hop into a beta on a game I'm not sure about to check. I mean, that was what I did with Battlefield. And I'll always hop into a Monster Hunter beta because I'm me.
Right.
But yeah, like you, if I'm certain I'm gonna buy a game and I'm certain I'm gonna buy it, but I'm not like chomping at the bit to play it, I'm probably not gonna do a beta. Like I'm not gonna pick up Hades 2 until it's out. Like I'm probably gonna play that game, but I don't want to play it until it's finished. Same with Abiotic Factor,
which is out
now, and I need to get into it, but someday.
Any notable betas from your past, Mike, that you want to shout out?
I don't think I played a lot of betas. Well, I guess I was in the Dust 514 beta at one point, which is a dead game now. Surprise. I feel like I've been in like a beta or two that has a couple NDAs at this point.
Has what?
NDAs. I've signed like 3 or 4 NDAs for betas.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think Dust 514 I had.
Well, then don't talk about them.
Well, no, this was an NDA that's gone now. It's been lifted. I can talk about this now.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
These are like years ago. Yeah, the NDA has been gone for years. Like Dust 514, I think I signed an NDA for.
I played the FBC Firebreak one. That Alan Wake.
That one also had an NDA, right?
Yeah, I was under NDA for it, but the game's out now, so I can tell you it's terrible and like you shouldn't.
Well, yeah, yeah. Most people have shared that opinion.
I don't remember what the last one that had an NDA for was.
That's interesting. I've never had to do that before. Is that something like? Do they email you? Like, how does that work?
It's usually for like closed betas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the last one might have been.
Like it was like a checkbox. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were like, "Hey, you got to sign this NDA before we can let you into the beta."
I don't know how enforceable they are to like me, a guy.
Yeah, I was
But-
gonna say like,
But if I
They're-
talked about it on the podcast, they could for sure like
Yeah,
do
like
bad
me
things to me.
talking about it to other people is fine, but me posting any like media or anything about
yeah,
it
okay.
is like a no go. You
Because
will
there are like
get
definitely levels to NDAs,
removed.
right? Like that makes more sense. Where it's
Right,
just
right.
like, okay, you can talk about it, but like don't share it.
Yeah.
Sharing it is a whole other thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's an example. Like as a Steam developer, I know when every Steam sale is coming, and I'm not supposed to talk about it. But like
Uh-huh.
if you know where to look, there's people talking about it. You can
Yeah,
know
yeah.
months in advance about every Steam sale that's coming because it's like $100 to be a Steam developer. So,
Mhm.
but I get an email about it. I don't have to look for it.
Yeah,
Fancy. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I never even considered that NDA aspect of these things.
yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
which ones I've signed NDAs for, but
That's probably not good.
yeah. Well, I mean,
They
there's
expire
been
when
so
the game
long.
comes
Yeah,
out
they
for the most part.
They
Yeah.
expire when the game comes out or when they lift the NDA. I feel like there was one recently that I was under NDA for, and then I was pulled off of it. I just don't remember which one it was. I think it was like an informal NDA.
that Valve game?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
Deadlock.
yeah.
It was Deadlock. Deadlock I was under
I figured it was
NDA
Deadlock.
for. Yeah. Yeah,
I still
it was
haven't tried
Deadlock.
that. You got me into the beta, and I never played it.
Yeah, because I think I got in before the NDA was lifted.
Yeah, you did. I remember. 'cause
Yeah.
you wanted to talk about it on the show and couldn't.
Yeah, it's like it's a new Valve game, but I'm under a Deadlock NDA. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. It was removed like a couple weeks after I was talking about it. It was like a very informal NDA though, but they still kind of enforced it.
Mhm.
Like I never had to sign for it, but they're like, please don't share this.
Right. Yeah.
I know.
So imagine for like the
Soulframe-
serious ones, they're gonna get your signature or something.
Yeah.
Soulframe is like the gameplay is not under NDA, but the Discord for the Preludes access is under NDA, so I cannot talk about what happens in that private Discord.
I wonder how they handle the fact that like Discord employees can for sure see everything you put in there.
I think it's just an
Well,
implicit
all
choice.
Discord employees are probably like sworn to secrecy, right?
Yeah.
Like because they have access
probably
to
under
probably some of the
NDA, yeah.
dirtiest secrets in the world. You know?
And a lot of inappropriate things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All right. Well, cool.
We'll put that in the do not interact drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, our Discord is not under NDA, so
No.
you should come join that.
It's
for
free
now, at
and
least.
active. And we talk about trains sometimes.
We do. Yeah.
there's something to be said about games that are in perpetual beta and never release. Because
Yeah.
there
I hate
are
'em.
games that do get their 1.0 release, but it'll still say beta in the client for 7 years, you know?
Or games that just get worse. Like Minecraft, I think Minecraft is a better game now than it was in its update right before it released. But I think Minecraft
my
right
God.
before release is a better game than Minecraft right after release.
Oh
I
my
hate.
God.
Yeah. I don't know. That might just be an
mess.
old head opinion. I share that opinion with you, but
Yeah,
I,
the Ender
I
Dragon's
think-
just a waste of development time.
I mean, Project Zomboid's been in. Hold on.
Oh my god, yeah.
Let me.
It just got a big update, but
It did just get a big
yeah,
update,
perpetual.
but it's been in development in beta for 12 years. This
I was gonna say, yeah, I was
November.
playing the demo of Project Zomboid in high school. I remember.
It is. It has been.
I have two
in-
words for you guys. Star Citizen.
Yeah,
Bro,
that
that's
one's
not even
been
a beta.
in-
That game's just not coming
It's
out.
been in
Like,
alpha for
it's just not a
centuries.
game.
It's
But
just
at
a
least-
scam.
At least Project
Star
Zomboid
Scan.
is at least trying to develop, but it sucks that it's been in beta since 2013. I
Well,
have
you can buy Project
graduated
Zomboid
high
and have a good
school
time
since
today.
Project Zomboid came out.
Yeah, same.
All of
I was
my
playing it in high
siblings
school.
have graduated high school.
Yeah.
I mean, it came out
Yeah, rip.
my year that I graduated, so it really isn't that big of a surprise. But like,
yeah.
Rip
That's
to
like
this
a
game.
12-year
I mean, like,
development.
I've never heard of it before, but it's probably
It's
never
fun.
actually.
It's really fun, not gonna lie.
Star
and it's got, like,
Citizen is
multiplayer and stuff, but
I'm convinced Star Citizen is just money laundering. I'm actively convinced.
Oh
that
yeah,
this-
it's
that
for sure a
This game
scam.
has
Like
been.
it's
Dude, I
for
don't
sure a
understand.
scam.
there's a
It's
Sea of
a
Thieves
scam.
streamer I watch named Hitbo, and he I don't know if he's getting paid or something, but he plays Star Citizen on stream all the time, and I turn it off. I've never watched a single
just looks
frame of him
boring.
playing
Yeah.
Star Citizen. No, I don't
You
even
never
know
even
if it
gave it a
looks
shot.
boring. I've always turned it off when he said he was going to
That's
play
funny.
it.
So
I
the
will
game,
not
the
waste
game was
my
announced in
precious time on
2012.
Earth watching this.
So Star Citizen was announced in 2012 with an initial release anticipated for 2014, which has been repeatedly delayed according to
Yeah.
this. Of
Yeah.
course, 2017 was its official early
Repeatedly
access release.
delayed, but they still keep raising money for it somehow, which is
Well, they're
I don't
selling
get.
ships that cost like hundreds of dollars, I think.
Yeah, some of them
In,
cost like thousands, and it's
yeah.
just like people are paying for it. I'm like, what is
In
going on here?
April
Dude, whales are
2025,
real.
they reached 800 million in sales. It is now one of the most expensive games ever to develop.
Wait, no. 800 million in sales?
800 million in
can't-
sales.
They did not sell 800 million copies of this game.
No, $800 million dollars.
And like
sorry,
crowdfunding,
yeah.
800 million
Yeah.
dollars.
It was like, what?
in crowdfunding and
Yeah.
early access
That's-
sales.
that's insane,
So
man.
like just investment.
They crowdfunded 800, almost $1 billion? Like,
And not
what?
making
Yeah.
a game.
Genshin
insane,
Impact, a Monopoly Go apparently is a $10 billion game. No way.
Monopoly?
Yeah, like Monopoly
Yeah.
Go, the game.
Well, I guess
Has some
Monopoly's a
marketing-
pretty like universal game though.
Or no, I'm sorry,
Like
not
people
a 10
who
billion.
don't play games play Monopoly.
Bro, you want to get
Monopoly,
upset? Look at Roblox numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Monopoly Go has apparently the most expensive game to develop, or the most expensive game developed so far, with $1 billion in marketing budget. Why?
Well, I don't know if we can figure out the economics of Monopoly Go.
Star
right now,
Citizen
but-
is 677 million adjusted for inflation as of last year, in terms of its development costs. 600,
I'll never understand that game.
514, and but beyond that, it's not even like an accurate figure. It's just plus $514 million in development. Genshin Impact had 974 or something like that. But then again,
But Genshin Impact's not a beta, right? That's actually
No, that's out.
game.
That's been out.
it's
for-
like a $200 million annual development budget. But I mean, that probably prints money.
People really like it. Too.
well. That game makes bank though, so I believe it.
Yeah. Surprised
That and Honkai
GTA
Star
or
Rail,
Red
according to
Dead
the
aren't
YouTube.
even there.
ads.
But Jesus, 900 million, almost $1 billion in development cost for a game that has no release date. Like
Yeah, that's one of the great enigmas of the game industry. Like that warrants its own episode, honestly. Star Citizen.
I'm not doing my
That's-
homework on Star Citizen, so I'll be the
Okay, that's fine,
hapless
yeah.
spectator.
At what
Yeah.
point is it feature creep too much, and you just need to tell them to release the game? Because I feel like
It's
it's
not
been
even
stuck.
creep. This is just
uh,
the original scope of the game was absurd.
Yeah, and it's like you cannot do that. I just
Yeah, I don't know.
I can.
There's something going on there. Something
explain.
unsavory for sure.
It's gotten so many
All right.
awards about most likely to be a vaporware or most likely to flop. Like this game, like Star Citizen
yeah,
is gonna
for
come
sure.
out eventually, and it's not gonna make it's not gonna work. People aren't gonna buy it. It's gonna be like
Well, it's already made its
Obscurity,
money. It doesn't
yeah.
have to work.
Yeah, like they don't. Yeah, what is this guy? The guy who making Star Citizen or the head guy in charge? He could just disappear off the face of the planet.
he probably already
he's made
has.
hundreds
Like,
of millions
has
of
anyone
dollars.
seen Chris
Yeah.
Roberts? Chris Roberts is probably gonna die before Star Citizen comes out because he's already 57.
I'll make
The
sure.
the director of the game
In
is
Minecraft.
probably gonna die before his game comes out. That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't know.
And we
Oh,
even
man.
haven't even got the single player campaign. An estimated release date for the single player campaign of 2026. This has been a decade.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
I'll believe it.
So what games
All
you
right.
guys been playing?
Yeah, I think we should move on.
I haven't been playing anything other than the Battlefield.
Besides
beta.
Battlefield.
Yeah, I've
I've
been
been
busy.
What about
playing-
you, Connor?
I landed on Fulgora and Factorio. I fixed all my
You mentioned. Oh, okay. Yeah, continuation of.
my horrendous technical
saga.
debt that Antonio left on my save. I managed to fix that. So that's all working again, and I managed to get to Fulgora, but I haven't had time to really play it because I've been traveling a bunch. And I've played a bit more of Donkey Kong Bonanza, like the beginning of the end game. And I just gotta say, man, I hate the
There's an
Bananza
end game.
transformations. They're so annoying. They're so.
Are we
they're some
doing
of the-
this?
They're
I
like,
love the Bananza transformations. I think they're the
only one of
heart
them
and
does
soul
anything.
of the game.
The only one that does anything is the elephant one. So this is a minor in-game spoiler, but you have to do levels based on each Bananza transformation, and they're so boring. They're so insanely boring. The bird one is just flying around a bunch with no. Like,
Yeah, I could see how that would be boring. I like having free roam of it, right? Like if I want to, if I'm out in the field doing something and I have
there
access
is
to all
no
the powers.
situation ever that I'm gonna turn on the snake one. There is no situation.
You don't ever want to jump really high? Like what?
You can jump higher. You can jump equally high by doing like the chunk jump thing. Like
The chunk
and you don't have to
jump.
use.
I don't
any
think
resources.
so. Because you can do a
It's-
long jump and then another long jump in midair. That's quite a bit of vertical distance.
I know you
in
can
snake
clear all
form.
of it. Like you can clear the snake form tutorial without the snake form in the speed run. And I've never needed it. I've never even wanted it because you can climb walls. Like there's just no reason I've ever
Yeah,
wanted
you can climb walls. Yeah,
And even worse than the snake one is the zebra one. The zebra one
Dude,
is the one that makes you go
The
fast.
music in the zebra one is so good.
The music is good.
It's
but the-
so good.
But also it's annoying because you have to hear it so much. But the zebra one is this power up that makes you go fast, which the speedrunners skip because it's useless because it doesn't actually make you go any
Who
faster.
cares about the speedrunners unless you're
No,
speedrunning this game?
It doesn't make you go faster. The only time you would ever use the zebra one is to run over those.
Run on
stupid-
water. Run over water.
You can
you
do
know?
that with a turf surf.
Chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's faster.
Is the turf surf really faster than the
Turf
zebra?
surf is the fastest ground movement you can do in the game,
Mm.
as long
Okay.
as you're on level ground. So it's just like they don't do anything. They're these like stupid power ups that like take you out of whatever you're doing, and they don't do anything, and they're really boring, and I hate them. The Kong one doesn't do anything at all. It just makes you punch harder.
You break the metal with the Kong
Yeah,
one.
I know, but like that's not fun. It's just punching
I don't
harder.
know. I think the transformations are really fun, and I really like the music. I think that's
The music is good.
and the music is a core part of this game, right? Like it's one of the, this game's all about music, and the music is really fun. I actually wish the music for the transformations would be a lot louder because it's like kind of muted when you transform. But those songs rule, and especially the zebra one. The zebra
Yeah.
song is the best one, and it rocks. That song is so good.
I just the ostrich one is fine, but it's really boring to use. It's just a glide. It
Yeah,
just-
the glide is whatever, but
Like if you
know.
put these next to captures in Mario Odyssey, they pale in comparison, except the elephant. The elephant, I think, keeps up.
The elephant is like sucking this stuff up, and
It's the only one that has any mechanics.
that's useful. Yeah, that's useful. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I use all the bonanzas pretty often. Actually,
I only ever use elephant. I never touch any of the others, except when
because
the
it's
game
so
forces
easy
me
to regenerate the meter too. Like you're
Yeah, it's basically
Like,
free. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm basically like I try to always be in one. I don't know.
I just don't use them like if I can avoid them because they also make the game too easy. Like because you can just trivialize almost everything in the game using the Kong Bonanza.
Well, that's not true. I don't always try to be in one, but I do think I use them more than you do.
I find them very annoying and I don't like them.
Mm.
I don't know how you fix them, but you also can beat the game. I think you only need 2 of them. You need the Kong one, and this is glitchless. You only need the Kong one and the elephant one to beat the game, which is interesting.
Mm.
I think that's
That's
intentional,
cool.
by the way. This game, I do actually kind of want to learn the speed run because for all my complaints about the Bonanzas, you don't use them very much in the speed run. And the speed run actually looks really fun.
Yeah, mechanics in this game are rock solid. Like the
Yeah.
movement feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how deep I want to get into my thoughts. I do want to finish the game. I know you're gonna give me crap for not
no.
finishing it.
No,
Yeah.
you're not going to finish the game. We made it out of the 4-day window where Ahmed finishes games.
I can't
No
even
Monster
say anything.
Hunter,
Yeah,
no Donkey Kong Bonanza. Game's been
No,
out
I-
over a month now, hasn't it?
it's been out a while. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was on track to finish it, but then something happened. And if we're done talking about it, I can go into that right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got really into a book series. And
Uh.
normally I would not talk about books at this part of the show, but it is very relevant to video games. So there's this new book series I started called Dungeon Crawler Carl.
No.
And these books So the premise of it's like a sci-fi fantasy series, right? And the premise is Carl, he's living with his girlfriend's ex-girlfriend's cat named Princess Donut, and he one night, right? She jumps out the window. He tries to get her back, and then all of a sudden, boom! All structures on the planet, like all interior surfaces, flatten into the earth, and everyone inside them was killed. Right.
Oh my god.
So what has happened here is that aliens have showed up to Earth, and Earth is the location of an intergalactic game show called the Dungeon Crawler World. And they pick a different planet to do this the alien equivalent of a year, I guess. But this season, it's hosted on Earth. And there's a ton of lore that goes into this. You explore more of the alien side and stuff. But the core of the story is that everyone who was outside at the time this happened is now a player in the dungeon. And the dungeon crawling, the levels, the game itself works a lot like a video game, right? So if you've ever played an RPG, you're going to be very familiar with the mechanics. There are equipable items, there are stats, there are skill trees, there are classes, there are subclasses, there are boss fights, like this. The guy who wrote this, obviously a huge fan of video games, and incorporates a lot of like video game constructs into the story, into these novels. So the story follows Carl and Donut progressing through this dungeon. There's 18 levels, and as you progress, you go deeper into the earth, right? So all the matter that was crushed on the surface of the earth becomes repurposed by alien technology to use in the dungeon, right? So that's the premise of the story, right? So there's this intergalactic game show. The surviving humans are dungeon crawlers, and pulls a lot of tropes and stuff from video games. So it's a really fun series. It's very funny. It's surprisingly heartfelt, and there's a lot of intrigue there as well, right? Like the game is run by like this AI, and then as you progress, you find out, okay, there might be something going on with the AI, the aliens. You find out about different factions that watch this game show, and they're able to like sponsor different players. So there's some like intrigue going on there where they're able to actually influence the results of the game. So it's a really fun series, and I really, really recommend it. I'm already on the third book, so I blazed through the first two books. There are 7 books out right now, and I think the author is planning for 10 or 11.
Oh my god!
And he writes these at a very fast clip. Right, the first book came out in 2020. So he's no George R.R. Martin. So you're gonna get the end of this series, and
he's put 7 books out in 5 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's some pace.
Yes, and they're very easy to read too. They're not like overly verbose. Like I said, they're very funny, and there are entire pages sometimes of like game chat, right? Like there's like chat features in the game, and there are like every time they discover a new item, there's an item, like a funny little item description blurb, and it tells you like what the item does, what status effects it has, what buffs it gives, that kind of stuff.
So it's got like a Sword Art Online vibe kind of to it.
Kind of like that, kind of like solo leveling too, right? Like, so if you're familiar with these, like it's kind of like those, but I would argue it goes way more in depth on the game side of things than either of those two franchises. So really fun series. Dungeon Crawler Carl, very, very funny. The guy who writes it, very funny. Good sense of humor. Enjoying it a lot. So I've been like, and all the time, like I would usually be playing video games. In my free time, I've been reading this series. So I'm super into it. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. I just wanted to give that a shout out because it is tangentially related to video games.
Yeah. What about you, Mike? I know you've been moving.
I've been moving and getting that car sorted out and everything. I have not had time to do anything other than like work, move.
That's fair.
Breathe.
That's the summer vibe.
Yeah,
and like, Battlefield.
And, maybe Battlefield's it. Like that. It was only like 3 matches of Battlefield that I played. Like I played a little bit of Abiotic Factor immediately after I moved, and that was about it. I just don't have time right now, and I've been like doom scrolling dating apps because I'm in a terrible state of mind or something. Or
That's
other.
never a good place to be.
Nah, that's not. This is doom scrolling. It's more like casting my net as wide as possible. But
You
no,
hear that,
I
ladies?
mean,
He's single.
yeah, I'm single. If you want a podcast,
Join our
I
Discord.
know that's a red flag usually, but I'm single. I'm ready to mingle. So, a gaming podcaster, opinion discarded, red flag. Go to the mines. Get out of here. But nah.
Re-education camp.
Speaking of
podcasters,
Stick me in the gulag.
getting out of here, let's leave. Let's end the episode. So thank you all for listening. You can follow us at Podcast Game Talk on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can click the link in the description to join our Discord and talk to us there. And please like, rate, and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast services you may use. Thank you, Connor and Mike.
see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
As an alpha, I can't stand these betas. Is all I
Oh
have
my
to
God.
say.
Wonderful joke. Wonderful.